Hi, welcome back to the section of HBase. In this section, we'll be seeing how to how different is HBase from a normal RDBMS. Okay, let's see if a data is getting stored in any table. This is how it usually looks like. We have something called rows and columns, right? So when you have a column called customer, it will be like this: product and amount. So how will that get stored in RDBMS? It will be nothing but row oriented. So it will be something like Jame, TV and $100. It will be something like a row oriented. Similarly, for the next two entries also, it will be stored in such a way. Okay, but how does that get stored in a column oriented? It's nothing but all the customers will be stored together, all the products will be stored together, and all the amounts will be stored together. Okay, the main usage of HBase is nothing but your data summarization or data integration or something, right? So when I say data summarization, if you wanted to find the total amount in a row oriented, what happens is you got to take a column from row 1, a column from row 2, a column from row 3, and then add it. But whereas in column oriented, you can simply add it and you'll get your output, because all the columns will be stored together. So if you wanted to find a column aggregation or do some analysis on a particular column, this is the very best fit, because all the columns will be stored together. So as the similar items get stored together, you can apply more efficient and adequate compression techniques in HBase or any column oriented database. Yeah, so this is one important feature and difference between an RDBMS and HBase. And other features are, we know that in normal RDBMS you can update your data. So when you can update your data, it can be best used for your OLTP. OLTP is nothing but online transaction processing. Okay, but in HBase row level updates are not possible, so we use it for online analytical processing, OLAP, online analytical processing. And we can do single row reads and writes in normal RDBMS, whereas aggregation over many rows or columns can be done. We have just seen an example of it, how to aggregate columns. And RDBMS is best fit for smaller rows and columns, whereas HBase is best fit for larger rows and columns, which applies compression techniques on due to few distinct values. Okay, it applies compression techniques on your data. And other differences are, we have something called schema in RDBMS, whereas we don't have any schema in HBase. The tables are thin because it handles only smaller amounts of data, but in HBase your tables will be very wide. Okay, we'll have something called normalization techniques applied in normal RDBMS. Normalization techniques are nothing but we have norm 1, norm 2, norm 3, which ensures that your data is not redundant. But there is no such normalization techniques in HBase. But though it doesn't have any normalization techniques, it compresses its data with very good compression techniques. So you don't need to bother about the space that the data occupies or a redundant data occupies. So this is a major difference between an RDBMS and HBase. Okay, and what is the difference between HBase and HDFS? Okay, HBase has very low latency when it is operating on rows or columns which is present in its tables, whereas HDFS will have high latency because of MapReduce or something which will be launched in the background. Okay, and architecture wise, we have already seen it contains HMaster, HRegion servers and HRegions, which are again divided into tables, regions, memstore or file store and blocks. Yeah, so this is the difference between an HBase and an RDBMS. In our next section, we'll see HBase in practical, how to create tables and how to insert rows into tables. Yeah, hope you had enjoyed watching this video. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.